What's up guys, it's been almost 2 weeks without any sign of life from me, but I'm back and today I will show you my top 10 tools that I use on daily basis when I work as a software engineer. Without those tools my life would be much more harder. So let's get started with this. The first tool, which is mandatory for me when I work on a project, is Trello board. This is a simple Kanban chart that helps you manage your projects. If you ever worked on a project with a Scrum methodology with your team, you probably are familiar with the Kanban charts. So when I start a project, first thing I do is create a Trello board for the specific project. I create 3 columns, one with things I need to do, the second one with things I am currently working on, and the third one with things I actually accomplished. This really helps me with managing my app development, as I can keep track of all the things that needs to be done. And guys, if you plan your work correct before you start coding, believe me, it will save you a lot of time in the future. And when I work for my clients, I usually create a Trello board with all the tasks that needs to be done related to their project, and I share the link with them so they can keep track. The next tool I cannot work without is GitHub. GitHub is just a cloud to manage your version control system. Git version control system being specific. So when I work on a project, I create fresh new repository, I upload it to GitHub Cloud, and during the development I commit changes to the cloud after I finish every single feature. And what is very important, when I messed up something, I can easily go back to the previous version and restore my changes. It also allows me to get access to my project from every single place in the world, because the whole data is being stored on the cloud, so I am not limited to working on a specific drive. If you are a software engineer, you probably know GitHub, I'm sure you know, and basically choosing GitHub is just a no-brainer. The next tool is for Windows and it's related to GitHub, as it is called the Git extensions. So what Git extensions does, basically it's a bash terminal that helps me manage my Git projects. So when I pull the project from a repository, when I clone the project from other projects, so when I commit changes, when I revert changes, when I push it to the GitHub Cloud, I use the bash terminal to do this and the Git commands. So basically I use this bash terminal to all Git related stuff, and I find it very easy to work with, so check it out. The next tool I really enjoy to use is Visual Studio. This is a Microsoft IDE and I use it mainly for C# projects and C++ projects. You can get the community version from the Microsoft website and you can easily start your first Hello World application in C# or C++. I use C# mainly for the web development or asynchronous programming or other programs where latency is very important. But when I work on data science related projects like machine learning, neural networks, AI related stuff, I use Python. And to be specific, I use Python inside the Jupyter notebook environment. Jupyter is just a merger of Python interpreter and the Markdown spreadsheet. For me, it really speeds up the whole development process, the whole prototyping process, the research process. Back in the days, I used the Jupyter notebook in the web browser, but now I really enjoy to use it inside the VS Code. A big thank you to guys from the Microsoft for the integration. And this brings us to another tool, which is called the Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is just a simple IDE. I use it mainly for projects with multiple technologies. For example, when I work on a project related to microservices. I got few services in Python, few services in C#. So I open all the projects in Visual Studio Code and I am able to edit all the technologies, test all the technologies and basically debug all the applications in all the technologies without any hassle. I also use Visual Studio Code when I work on some front-end stuff related like HTML pages, CSS styling, basically all the front-end stuff related to web browsers. The next tool I like to use is Notebook++. It is just enhanced version of simple Windows Notebook. So why I prefer to use that one instead of simple Windows Notebook? To sum up, I use it mainly when I want to change some XML files or change some simple txt files. This is just simple text editor. And what I really like inside this Notebook++ editor is the fact that it colors the text, which makes it much more readable when it comes to XML files or some other technology files. Just definitely check it out. Okay, but what when I am using external libraries and I am getting some error messages? For this case, I use dnSpy. Basically, dnSpy lets me debug the external DLL applications, so when I download some C# package from NuGet library and I am getting error, I can easily see what this error is related to. I can easily debug those libraries. So it's really helpful when you work with the external libraries and you do not have specific documentation to those libraries. Another tool which is industry standard are Docker containers. Docker containers allow you to run your application inside the so-called containers that run on the top of your operating system. All the libraries needed for your program to run are included inside the container. So when you deploy your program with this way, it will be pretty much plug and play on every machine, regardless it's Windows or Linux. You can also easily scale your applications, your Docker containers, for example by using Kubernetes. But that's the topic for another video. If you plan to work on some microservices framework, for example, Docker containers are the way you need to go. And the last tool, which is very useful during this pandemic period, is Google Hangout. I find this very easy to use because I do not have to download any specific software. Everyone can use because these times I think pretty much everyone has a Gmail account. So this tool gives me ability to connect with my clients, with other programmers easily without installing any software on my computer. Everything is being done through web browser and it lets me share my screen with my coworkers or clients without any hassle. So it's very easy to use and I really enjoy it. I think it's better than Skype, Teams or other applications. Okay guys, that's it for now. I hope you liked the content and I hope you found some tool that will be useful for you as well. And if you like the videos, just hit the like button, subscribe if you didn't subscribe, it really helps this channel to grow. Anyway, join our Discord server, the community is growing and see you soon in the next video.